Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the short Vort. The beginning of Parshat Chukat, it discusses and describes the mitzvah and the process of the para aduma, of the red cow. That we take the red cow, we ultimately burn this red cow, take the ashes, mix it with water and other things as well, and we sprinkle it on a person to purify them from their spiritual impurity, from their tumah, in order to make them tahor. Ritually pure. Now, what this actually does is gives that person the ability to enter all the holiest places and spaces. If you are tameh from coming into contact with a dead body, you need to go through this process in order to approach God in a very intimate way, in the very holiest of places in the Beit HaMikdash. Now, in the process of the para aduma, there's a step where once they take the cow and they're burning the cow into ash, they're supposed to. The Torah says, "V'lakacha kohen eitz erez ve'ezovu shni tolat," that the kohen is supposed to take a piece of cedar wood, a hyssop, and a crimson thread, and the hishlich el toch sreifat hapara, and throw it into the burning cow. The question is, why are we doing this? Like, why at this step? I get that the whole law, the whole thing is a chok. It doesn't have, a clear logical explanation. But within the detail, why are we taking this and throwing it in? And Rav Yitzchak Rama, who wrote the Perush Akedat Yitzchak, he says there's actually great significance to the idea of the eitz erez, the cedar wood, and the hyssop, the ezov, being thrown into this burning fire of the cow. Again, remember, the whole process is to help us be able to come close to Hashem. So in coming close to Hashem, what do we need to throw into the metaphorical fire? And so Rav Yitzchak Rama says that we need to throw in the eitz erez, the cedar tree. It's a mighty, strong tree. Nothing really brings it down. It's really a very strong tree. And he says when it comes to this representing a human being, it's talking about a person's ga'ava, their haughtiness, that what they're doing that's extra, right? It's all the way to one extreme. I think I'm greater than anything. Nothing can bring me down. Having that type of mentality and attitude, that's not healthy. There needs to be a little more humility to understand that we're not the only ones who can do things well. We need to take that mentality and throw it in the fire. And on the other side, there's the hyssop, the little hyssop. It grows very close to the ground. It's very, very weak and it bends in any direction. It's not like a cedar. It's the opposite. It's the other side of things. It's the katzeh pachot, as Rav Yitzchak says. It's the very small side of us. It's the part of us that doesn't believe in ourselves. That says it's not even humble. It's a lack of understanding what it is that we can do and we can add to our situation, to our family, to our community. I can't do it. We need to take that mentality that we're nothing and throw it in the fire. If we want to approach God, we need to have a healthy attitude and approach about who we are. Not that I'm the greatest at everything, understanding the truth about my strengths and my weaknesses, but also understanding that I can't shy away from participating in communal life, in making sure that I add to the community, that I add to Bnei Yisrael, that I add to this world. And if we are able to get rid of those extremes in our own personality and focus on the middle, focus on where we can make a difference, ultimately it will help us approach God in our relationship with God and be able to help us succeed in our relationships with all those around us as we contribute in our own unique way to our community, again to Bnei Yisrael and to the world around us. Wishing everyone a Shabbat Shalom.